Right guys, so tonight we're going to do a vegetarian recipe and we're heading over to Mexico and we are going to do a roasted butternut, charred sweet corn taco. This is a really cool recipe, really easy to do. So let's run through the ingredients. So for the dressing you will need a bunch of coriander, some spring onions, some green jalapenos, a lime, some cider vinegar and some salt. So that'll make our dressing that we're going to tumble the roasted butternut in. You'll need a butternut squash, one corn on the cob, a red cabbage, well, a quarter of a red cabbage, and some corn tortillas, which we will get to later. So let's make the dressing. Right, for the dressing I'm just going to take my NutriBullet. Get myself 2 spring onions. Cut the little base off and then just hack them up. That's 2 spring onions. A coriander. Go with a nice handful, stalks and all. Put that in. Right, jalapenos. I'll go in with like a tablespoon of the actual liquid, and then I'll go in with about 7 slices. Lime, juice of 1 lime. That one thing I forgot to highlight, I need 2 cloves of garlic, unpeeled, chuck them straight in. And then about a tablespoon cider vinegar. And good pinch of sea salt. And then put the lid on and blitz it up. Right, and then your dressing, after you blitzed it up, should come out like that. Really nice and fresh and vinegary and vibrant, really summery. So now we're going to move on to preparing the butternut squash. So the best way to prepare a butternut squash, well, the simplest way, the skin's quite hard, so it's really hard to do it with a peeler. So we don't need much. I'm just going to take the top off of the trunk and then the bottom off, and I'm going to leave the bulb and I'll use that for a soup later in the week. So I've got the trunk. I'm just going to cut it there. There, I think Millie's just come in from school. Have you, Millie? Yeah. Right there. See ya. How was school?
Good.
I'm cooking today.
Why?
Because I'm doing it part of the show thing that I do.
No.
Don't eat the salt.
No!
You scumbag. Lala. Right, let's get back to this.
No. Don't eat that. That's disgusting.
Right, so I've got all 4 sides off, so then I've got the corners, so then I can just run down the corner like that. And like that. So then I have a complete cannon of butternut. And then get rid of these. And then I'm gonna go for 20cm cubes. So like that. So like that. And then I can take these and then go there and there and there. Move that over. So, have these nice little cubes. Right. Right, so I've put my diced butternut on a roasting tray. I'm going to grab some of my dressing. this. About 2 tablespoons. Cover that. And then I'm just going to drizzle a nice bit of olive oil. And then we're going to roast that in the oven at 250 fan and get it all nice and charred and dark and soft. Right, now the next bit, we're going to do charred sweet corn. So grab my sweet corn again with a knife, and I'm just going to cut the kernels off. One, so discard that bit, and then I've got all the little kernels. Yeah, so that's them done. I'm going to set them aside to char grill later in a pan. One of the other things we've got to do is pickle the red cabbage. I've got a quarter of a red cabbage here. I'm just going to quarter it again, so you've got finely sliced it, and then we're going to finely slice. So that's half a cabbage all sliced up. Grab myself a bowl. Place that in the bowl. And then we want to slightly pickle it, so we're going to take our cider vinegar. And about 4 tablespoons of that. Pinch of salt, and then just mix that in like that, and then you want to do that about half an hour before you serve it. You don't want it majorly pickled, just slightly. So most of our prep's nearly done. We've diced and marinated our butternut, we've made our dressing, we've pickled our cabbage, we've taken our corn off the cobs. We've got some jalapenos, some sliced spring onions, some coriander and some feta for garnish. The only thing we've got to do now is cut the tortillas into size. Right, so I've got my corn tortillas. It's all a preference, this is, but I'm going to go for a 10-inch cutter, so I want it to be about 10 inches wide. And then I've just cut these tortillas down. So I'm going to go through the whole pack, and then we can roast the butternut and assemble the quesadillas, tacos when we want to have them. Oh yeah, there's something else I was going to mention. Don't throw these. What we can do with these, the remaining, is we can slice them all up. We can spray them in oil, and we can roast them in the oven and make our own tortilla chips. Right, so I've got a smoking hot pan. I'm going to go in with the sweet corn. As you can notice, there's no oil or anything in this pan. We want to really burn this and bring out the natural nutty flavour within the corn. Don't move it about, just let it, and it will start to pop, and then you can start shaking it. Right, you can hear now it's starting to pop, and some of the kernels are starting to move. Look. Give it a shake. And we're getting some really nice charry bits on there. Just keep that going. Right, so we've got our corn, it's all nice and charred. We've taken out our roasted butternut. Chuck that in. That's toss. And then we want to take our dressing about 3 tablespoons. And then just let that over to leave that one side while we pan fry in the other pan corn tortillas. So we'll turn that on and let that get smoking hot as well, and then we can start assembling. Right, so my pan's hot. Gonna toast these corn tortillas on one side. Depends on how hot your pan is, about 30 seconds. So this is what we're looking for. A nice charred corn tortilla. They're all done. Now we can start building it. So the first thing we're going to do is go in with a little bit of our pickled red cabbage, our charred sweet corn and pumpkin mix, nice creamy slice of avocado, half jalapeno, some nice crumbled feta cheese, some fresh bit coriander, a few little spring onions, just a little bit more of that dressing drizzled over the top. And that's it. That is a lovely soft shell butternut chard sweet corn taco. There you go. It's all 8. Done. You don't miss meat when you eat these. So that's tonight's recipe, a lovely little vegetarian taco. As always, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, and thank you for making these dishes. If you do make them, as always, tag me in on Instagram at Chef Ager, and also it's live on the YouTube channel, Chef Ager's recipe channel. Cheers guys, bye.